We are hitting the ground running with breaking news. The Chicago Cubs are making a major move in their bullpen situation. Cubs management has revealed early plans for Liam Hendriks, and we dive deep into what this signing means for the team's immediate needs. We break down the strategy behind this potential addition and what the timeline looks like for this veteran closer to step into the big leagues. This decision could fundamentally shift how the Cubs approach their late-game strategy right now. The fallout from this ugly incident near the outfield stands. This is a story about passion, conflict, and crossing the line. And finally, we look at the South Side Sox taking a massive victory over the Cubs, snatching a 9-8 win in 10 innings. We analyze the key moments of that thrilling rally, from Edgar Quero's clutch hit to Tristan Peters' first big league bomb, and what this win means for the series. Don't miss the recap and find out where the Sox are headed next. Stay with us. The Chicago Cubs have signaled a patient approach to integrating newly signed closer Liam Hendriks into their bullpen, prioritizing development over immediate high-leverage deployment. Following the confirmation of Hendriks' minor league deal, manager Craig Counsell stated that the team is currently viewing him as added depth, acknowledging his past success while emphasizing the need for time to assess his performance. Hendriks will report to the Cubs' spring training complex in Arizona to begin his ramp-up for game action. During his time with the Minnesota Twins in spring training, Hendriks struggled, giving up 3 runs on 9 hits and 5 walks in 7 innings, and striking out only 5 out of 35 batters faced. Following his initial ramp-up, the plan involves assigning Hendriks to AAA Iowa, where he will likely need a string of appearances before the Cubs consider offering him a contract. The team is cautiously optimistic, suggesting that if Hendriks proves to be an effective option, it could be a significant asset for the Cubs at a critical juncture, especially as the current bullpen situation is concerning and the starting rotation faces its own challenges. This bullpen depth is viewed as a strategic move that could free up resources for Jed Hoyer to address the urgent need for starting pitching ahead of the deadline. Milwaukee Brewers are set to defy betting odds by fielding an 11-man starting lineup in tonight's matchup against the Chicago Cubs. The team is implementing a patchwork rotation strategy, signaling a significant tactical shift in their approach to the game. This unconventional lineup configuration is expected to place immense pressure on the Cubs' pitching staff. Fans looking to follow the action can stream the game via the 5 on your side application on their mobile devices. Further details on the specific starting pitchers and lineup combinations will be released as the game approaches. Chicago Cubs center fielder Pete Crow-Armstrong ignited a volatile confrontation with a White Sox fan during a heated game on Sunday, escalating the Crosstown Classic into a personal incident. The altercation occurred near the outfield stands following a tough 9-8 loss for the Cubs to the White Sox at Rate Field. The incident began after Crow-Armstrong failed to secure a difficult catch in the 8th inning. A female fan, dressed in White Sox gear, reportedly began heckling the 24-year-old outfielder. Crow-Armstrong reportedly responded aggressively, using explicit language, which led to a fierce verbal exchange. A video of the confrontation circulated, showing Crow-Armstrong marching toward the stands and verbally attacking the heckler. Crow-Armstrong stated to reporters, "Some lady decided to start talking SD, and I felt the need to say it back." This behavior marks a pattern of controversy for the player, including earlier incidents involving trash talk directed at Los Angeles Dodgers fans. The tension was heightened by the context of the game, which saw the White Sox secure a comeback victory. The incident underscores the increasingly personal nature of rivalry games, with both players signaling readiness for further conflict. In related news, Indiana football head coach Curt Cignetti recently reflected on his tenure at Alabama under Nick Saban, describing the program's intensity as akin to a constant 4th and 1. The Chicago White Sox secured a dramatic 9-8 victory over the Cubs in a 10-inning contest, stunning the visitors with late-game rallies. The victory was punctuated by a huge first home run from Edgar Quero, contributing to the win. The game was characterized by pitching struggles for the White Sox, particularly from Eric Fed, who struggled with command and was challenged by the Cubs, allowing 3 runs in the first inning. Colin Rea provided some stability, but Fed ultimately exited the game after allowing a walk and a double in the 3rd inning. Sean Newcomb took over in relief, keeping the Cubs off the board for significant stretches. The White Sox offense found its footing later in the game, with singles from Carlson Montgomery, Andrew Benintendi, and Quero driving in the first run. A crucial moment came in the 5th inning when a line drive from Miguel Vargas tied the game at 4 runs. The game remained tight through the 10th inning, with a final dramatic sequence involving a stolen base and a bases-loaded situation. The win concludes Chicago's longest homestand of the season. The team is now set for a trip to the West Coast to face Seattle.